Why you wanna fly, blackbird? You ain't ever gonna fly. Why you wanna fly?
You wanna be a runner-up? You wanna be a winner?
You ain't ever gonna fly. No place big enough for holding.
Noni is supposed to be the girl that every guy wants. We're selling fantasy here.
All right, let's lose the jacket.
'Cause your mama's name was Lonely.
Everybody says I'm special because I have this voice, but I'm just saying what everybody else wants me to say.
Can you look at me for a second?
No, wait! Hey, look at me!
I see you. I see you. I see you.
The cop outside the door, thankfully, comes in and saves her, and that really kicks off their love story. And in that, this is a man who sees her at her worst moment and still sees the good in her, and that's something that she doesn't feel she has in her life. She doesn't get that from her mom, the unconditional love, and that's really what ultimately she's searching for. And through his love, she's able to find that and find it in herself and find her voice.
She finds love. She meets Kaz, played by Nate Parker, who stops her from jumping off the balcony, and they develop a relationship. And she also is able to finally become a woman and stand up to her mother and make her own way in the industry.
When did you ever tell me that you didn't want this? When I was on that balcony.
Here's this, Rihanna, Beyonce type who's living this enormous lifestyle, and it's just so contrary to what he's been brought up in, and he's leveraging the way he's been raised, his morality, against what's happening every day in her life and the things that are acceptable in her life, and in real life, the things that are acceptable in music and entertainment sometimes are quite contrary to what you've been taught if you come from a smaller household.
Excuse me, arms up.
Please.
Hold on.
And the Billboard Award for Top Song goes to...
Kid Culper and Noni, masterpiece.
That's right, baby! That's right, we in here! Come on, man!
The message and the whole story is cool just because, I mean, it's something I'm going through right now, which is just, how fame affects, people. And it's weird, it's awkward, you lose sight of who you are, you have to regain it back, and in real life, thank God I pulled my composure, I held my composure, but in the movie it was cool because I got to let my composure go and lose it, and just show myself that, like, okay, if you go down this road, it's gonna suck. So, I got to test it out as my character before I decided to ruin it in real life.
Got what I want. Come and get what you need. I tattoo triple X on my stomach. Come and see what that means. I drop like 500 G. Treat you like the real Mona Lisa. I put that body on the wall. Show you how to paint a masterpiece. Said she want a new whip with that top back. Fast, so I cop that. Kill time with that dirty wine, so I lock it down with no cop bags. Now work it. Girl, don't close them curtains. Let these people see it. Make it clap and repeat it.
Character Noni, she's a pop singer. She's very successful in what she does, but she's also submerged in a lifestyle where she can't handle it, and it happens a lot in real life with a lot of entertainers. They get into this world and it's a little bit too much for them. And they also, in Noni's character, she's trying to find herself, and so with the help of Nate Parker, his character, she helps her with that.
It's a really so well crafted, so well written, the script itself by Gina's script, and the fact that she had such a clear idea of how she wanted to construct the story, It was like one of those little moments where you could get a chance to do, certainly in the independent world, but in this case, a really good story, a strong story with very strong relationships.
Officer Nicole, I was more than willing to break bread with you, but I'm not sure I can support someone who looks like a college boy.
It was a 26-year-old minister that led the civil rights movement.
Are you comparing yourself to Dr. King?
Not at all, Reverend.
What I mean to say is, progress rarely comes from those who are content and secure. It comes from those who've been unsettled by what they've seen. Now, there's a daily violence in our community. I have a front row seat to it. Nothing stops a bullet like a job. LA is better when our community is strong. And I'm gonna inspire City Hall to invest in us. Now, the truth is, I can't win this election in this district without your support. I hope that as you become more familiar with me, I can earn your respect. But in the meantime, my actions will speak louder than anything I can say tonight.
I think that, you know, for young women, I think it's a very uplifting story of you know, female empowerment and being true to yourself and not letting, people sort of manipulate you into a certain image of what beauty should be or how you should express yourself. So for me, you know, it's really about being authentic to who you are, which, you know, I think in our this present day and age, you know, our image-obsessed culture, I think that's a really healthy message to hear.
Is, you know, you can't love anyone unless you love yourself. You can't love yourself unless you know yourself. I think identity should be the root endeavor in our lives. Like, who are we? Because when you find out who you really are, then you can really examine your, you know, the mark you want to leave on the world. You know, legacy is, it can be cliche, but I think it's an important realization as you move into, for me, manhood, or for a woman, womanhood, the mark you want to leave on the world. So your children can see, and your children's children can see. Because as filmmakers, once we make it, it exists forever.
I need you.
Don't you worry.
You need me.
I'll teach you to fly before you fall away.
For more hip-hop and entertainment, log on to rapentertainment.com.